Winnebago. We came out 2 miles about from the town of Pipe for opening day of sturgeon spearing. Next year comes around so quickly, 16 days, or however soon that harvest cap gets. I have Jeff here with me this morning. Did I say that right? Is that
Yeah,
about the deal?
yeah, for the most part.
Okay, we're bringing you into his shanty this morning, which is beautiful, mind you. And
Thank you.
this huge hole that we have going on here, and we're just looking down. This year, visibility looking pretty good. That's what you said, right?
Yep, very good.
Last year, right?
Oh yeah, 1,000%. Last year it was mud, it was murky, and this year we can see bottom. Obviously, you can see the pipes down there and the decoys very well. So looking for a successful season for everybody out on the lake. I think everybody's going to have some success. Hopefully a little bit more for us. But yeah, beautiful clarity. Travel is great. Tons of ice, and yeah, fingers crossed. Just waiting on a fish now.
Yeah, and we've been here for a little bit now. Starts at 7 technically. It's better to wait, until the sun comes up so we can actually get some light into this hole and be really seeing what's going on down there. But I mean, a lot goes into today. Tell me about what we've done so far and what you're going to be doing for the rest of it.
Yeah, so the rundown is normally like you can cut in. Um, I think it's 2 days before a day. I always do it a day before. So yesterday was our cut in day when we bring the shacks out. You kind of scout out a spot, and then you chop your big hole and you sink it's called the block of ice that's in here. It's called the keg. We'll use pike poles and we'll push that to the other side of the hole, and then hence your spearing hole. Get the shack down, get the heater cranked up, get everything settled in, and then I got some PVC pipe down there for an X, and then I got a piece of lattice work too, just to give you some contrast on the bottom, because the sturgeon are pretty camouflage out here. They're just a drab gray brown color, so if you don't have any contrast to see them most of the time, it's difficult to get one. So we have decoys down, just these little type of fish. I carved these myself out of wood, and then we have a new glow in the dark one down there that we got from a local bait shop. And hopefully one gets curious enough to come and take a look or swim through, and then we spear them.
Yeah, it's kind
In
of
theory,
here.
yeah.
And I mean, you've been going for many, many years. For
Yep.
people who haven't been going for many years, I mean, we are trying to get the attention of those sturgeon. We want these decoys to be sparkly, glow in the dark, bowling balls, beer cans. You know what I'm saying? I mean, anybody can use anything, right?
Yep. Yeah. Everybody has their own tradition and their own decoys that they like to use. Some guys don't use any decoys, but for the most part, I'd say 95% of guys and gals out here have some form of a decoy down. And yeah, it's an attention grabber. These fish are essentially just, there's no rhyme or reason to them. They're pretty nomadic fish, so they're not necessarily swimming in big schools like your game fish species are, or panfish. They're nomadic and kind of solitude in nature, and you're just hoping this catches one of their eyes that happens to be swimming around in this area, or lives in this area, and hopefully they come in where you can get a shot at them. But it's kind of a needle in a haystack. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a large body of water for a small percentage of fish that's in here, and there's a lot of luck. There's a lot of skill into it, but there's I'd say 90% of it is luck. So.
And that's what the name of the game is, patience here. And when we see
Good.
Our sturgeon,
Yes.
What do we do? Because we see right here is what will go into the side of it.
Right. Yep. Yeah, that's a spear. Well, for me personally, I'm going to try not to have a heart attack. But then, yeah, we're going to kind of, the spear is weighted down, the handle's weighted down, and we have attached to our rope here. The barbs and the on the end of the spear are extremely sharp laser point barbs. So pretty much you don't really chuck it. You kind of glide it down and let the weight of the spear kind of get into the fish. And then hopefully the spearhead, this toothpick is holding the spearhead on. It's just kind of stuck inside the handle. And you want that to come out, so you're not fighting the handle and the fish. You just want to be fighting it kind of one-on-one with the spear in it and the rope. So trying to aim for that back portion of the fish, because believe it or not, the heads of the sturgeon are extremely hard, like concrete. And if you happen to hit that fish in the head, it will not penetrate their head, or that first kind of quarter of the fish. And sometimes it does happen, and it essentially knocks the fish out, and they'll kind of roll around. And if you get another shot at them, you can, but for the most part, they kind of swim off. So you want to get in that fleshy part, the back part, or the tail section. So
that first chance, right?
yeah, that first chance. So it's kind of chaos. I don't know. I haven't experienced it yet. So, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. Like I said, we're anticipating a good weekend here. So we got some friends around us spearing, and we're hoping somebody gets one. I'd love to see one this morning.
Yeah, and we'll definitely be hearing some yelling from shanties.
Oh, I think yeah, they'll hear us in Oshkosh. That's for sure. That's for sure.
I'm curious. What are your essentials for your shanty? You got heaters in here.
Yep.
What else are the essentials to have? Because we talk about this chair, right, where you can sit and put your elbows on that and have your head hanging down. Because your neck will start to hurt after looking down for 6, 7, 8 hours or however long.
Yeah, it puts some strain on you. I mean, it's I know it sounds kind of silly, but like we were talking about earlier, we have these are a spearing chair that a lot of guys and gals use out on the lake. It's a pretty common concept, or any type of comfortable chair. For a lot of people and for us, not long ago, beer or Fireball, Jägermeister, that sort of thing. We don't get into that anymore. But yeah, Gatorade and some bunch of water and some good snacks. We got cheese curds, we got venison sticks, and then my wife all packed up for us. So a comfortable chair, something to keep you occupied. Like when you guys leave, I like to listen to just a lot of podcasts or something just to kind of have background noise. We have a radio too that we'll put the music on or the polka station on and listen to music to kind of keep you occupied. But yeah, pretty much just kind of staying focused on this hole in the ice for the next 4 hours or 5 hours. So
there you go. Yeah. I did have a question come through. How thick is this ice?
The ice yesterday I measured is 25 inches thick, so over 2 feet. And how they cut the hole with the chainsaw, as you can see, it kind of seems like we're on nothing or we're kind of floating, but it's cut on a bias. So that's when the keg of ice that's in there, that's what it's called, it'll go down. If you cut it the other way, it's not going to move. So it's cut on a bias to kind of give you that visual aspect too. So it looks like you're kind of floating and you kind of see off to the sides and behind and in front of you. So, but yeah, there's plenty of ice out here. There's all types of vehicles and whatnot out here, but it may get a little bit sloppy here coming up with the warm weather. I know today looks okay. Tomorrow looks fine. Monday is supposed to be in the 50s, I saw. And then after that, kind of warm and some windy and rain. So I don't know what that's going to do to the ice, but they'll be fishing and stuff out here until March, I'd assume.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that's pretty crazy. I'm excited to see how the rest of the season will go for you guys and for the rest of our spears out here. And before I let everybody go out here, I'm going to give you a little bit of a warning. We're going to step outside to see the outside of the shanty. It's going to be very bright. That's the point, right? Oh, let's step out here. I can take a second to adjust, but